One of the nice excursions out of town when you're visiting Lucerne is a nature hike along the face of a cliff. And it's easy, starting with boat ride to Burgenstock, then a funicular ride up the hill for some hiking through the forest. If you're on your way to Mount Pilatus for an excursion, you can make this easy stop along the way. You'll find the boat ride gives scenic vistas of mountains all around Lake Lucerne, and it just takes 35 minutes to get there. The boats also have food service, some with an elaborate lunch at the restaurant. Hop off at the Burgenstock dock. You can use one ticket that will take you all the way to Pilatus and get off partway here at Burgenstock and then get back on the boat and continue to Pilatus later. You'll need to purchase a ticket for the funicular lift, which you can do at the office right here on the dock. The sign on the dock says Kehrsiten-Burgenstock. You ride this funky old-fashioned funicular to the top and notice the open-air balcony. It's the original rail car, the oldest funicular in Switzerland, first opened in 1888, reaching a maximum gradient angle of 58 degrees. It's pulled up the steep hill by cables with automatic electric propulsion. Upon reaching the top, you can take a lovely nature hike, following the signs to the cliff walk. This is a level path with sweeping views across the lake and straight down the rock face of the mountain, looking down about 1,000 meters. The map shows the route in a summary. You go up the hill by funicular, and then you walk along this cliffside trail from the Burgenstock Resort over to the elevator along the face of a vertical 1,000-meter high cliff with beautiful views out across Lake Lucerne. This cliff path was built between 1900 and 1905, and it's legendary. Its name is the Felsenweg, and it's actually part of a slightly longer trail system. You could keep going and walk all the way around the Burgenstock mountain, and that would take you about 2 hours, or do the easy short hike. Up ahead, you'll find the elevator will lift you to the top of the mountain. The trail is quite level with a change in elevation of just about 100 meters along its course, and at some point you could take a little shortcut up a staircase or do the loop switchback trail. It's even accessible for baby carriages and wheelchairs, so you don't need any fancy climbing gear to enjoy this experience. And yet, you get that robust feeling of an adventure and being out in nature on the edge at top of this steep cliff. Although this trail is well known, especially among the Swiss, it really does not draw a lot of tourists because it's slightly out of the way. So it's a great opportunity for the visitor to Lucerne who's spending a few days there and wants to do something a little bit different, enjoying this perfect nature hike. It's the highest public external elevator in Europe and fastest in the world. Just takes 50 seconds to go up 152 meters and provides a double thrill of quickly speeding skyward surrounded by the spectacular view. But it's not free. You pay 10 Swiss francs one way, or you can get a round trip for 13 Swiss francs. It's called the Hammerschwan lift and was first built in 1905. At the top, you can relax and enjoy the view, sit at the outdoor cafe and have a drink, or you can have a meal in the Taverne 1879. Now, the elevator is open during the season from early May until the end of October, and the hours are 9:30 in the morning till 5:30 in the afternoon. At the top, you're at an elevation of 1,132 meters. They're doing some farming up here the old-fashioned way with a large hand scythe. Keep the weeds down. And notice how steep the hill is as that rock goes tumbling down. A series of short hiking trails continues through the forest. Very easy to walk on. They're either paved or they have a smooth gravel surface. and the gradient is really not steep at all, so it's very pleasant walking in the shade of the tall trees of the forest. It's big enough to give you a feeling of adventure, but small enough that you will not get lost. A little disoriented, perhaps, but there are signposts to help you find your way. Elevation is just over 1,000 meters high, and there's a plateau that features a 9-hole golf course. Burgenstock has always been a popular holiday center with luxury hotels that were first built from 1872. In recent years, an amazing transformation of the hotel facilities has taken place with construction of 3 new ultra-luxury properties. There's the 5-star Burgenstock Hotel Superior, and there's a walled hotel for healthy living, which has 160 guest rooms and features spa and professional team with medical care and healthy living facilities. And then there's the reconstruction of the 4-star Palace Hotel, which was first built in 1906, and all of its historical value has been retained during the renovation, bringing it right up to date. When finished with your visit, if you're not spending the night in one of those super luxury properties, you take the same funicular back down the hill to the boat dock and resume your journey. When this funicular first opened in 1888, it was water-powered, filling its water tank to make the car heavy so gravity would pull it down while it pulled up the other lighter car by cable, and at the bottom, the water was emptied out and pumped back up the hill to the other car. When done with Burgenstock, you could take a boat right back to Lucerne, or better yet, continue on with us to Pilatus, as we show you in a different movie in our Swiss series. It's another fun boat ride over to Alpnachstad, then up to Pilatus by rack rail and down by cable car back to Lucerne. We have a big series of movies about Switzerland, taking you to most of the great places. We'll bring you to Lucerne and up to Mount Pilatus, Mount Rigi, over to Interlaken, up to the Jungfrau. We'll see the Schilthorn, Lauterbrunnen Valley, Trummelbach Falls, Grindelwald, Bern. Then on to Zermatt, the Matterhorn. Yes, we'll have a look at the Gornergrat, up the Sunega, do some hiking, show you the village. Then on down to Lugano and Locarno in the southern part of Switzerland, the Ticino. We also take you to the great city of Zurich. Look for them in our Swiss collection.